next contestant is Ogewu Albese. Locate your landmark. Locate your landmark. Ogewu Albese.
I had just asked the hotel concierge how to get to the Cologne Cathedral, one of the most beautiful and well-known landmarks in all of Europe. The Cologne Cathedral is known for its enormous spires. He told me, it's simple. It's right next to the train station, which is right next to a statue, which is right around the corner from a church. Pretty simple, right? One little problem. I couldn't find the train station. I couldn't find the statue, and I most certainly couldn't find the church. I had to admit what every man hates to admit. I was lost! And not just a little lost, but I have no earthly idea where I'm supposed to be kind of lost. I wandered a street this way. I wandered a few blocks that way. Honestly, I was just about to give up any hope of ever finding this place when suddenly, there it was. One of the cathedral's enormous spires. It was as if God himself was showing me the way. It was as if it was a North Star and I a sailor of old. Now, I didn't know the exact right way to get there, but as long as I kept that landmark in sight, I was finally able to arrive at the cathedral steps. What do you do when you're lost? Maybe lost getting to the job that you always wanted. Maybe lost getting to the relationship of your dreams. Maybe even lost looking for the pickled artichokes in Whole Foods. We've all been there, right? The next time you find yourself lost, stop, look up, locate your landmark, and go. A few years ago, my little sister found herself as lost in life as I was in Cologne, Germany. She found herself a single mom searching for the best way to raise and bring financial security to herself and her newborn son, Cameron. Now, there were plenty of people who were more than willing to offer their little tidbit of advice on the best way that she should take. Admitting that she was lost, she took their advice. She worked 2 jobs. As soon as she got done with one, she'd race off to the next with barely enough time to see her newborn son before waking up and starting the process all over again. Exhausted, miserable. She was following their directions, but she wasn't getting any closer to her destination. It wasn't until her second child came along, as they tend to do, a baby girl who she named Ivy, that she realized that while she was walking in the footsteps of others' intentions, she was still lost. Lost in worry, worrying about what would happen if she took just a little time away from one of her 2 jobs. Lost in fear, fearful about being able to provide financially for herself and her new family. Lost in the expectations of others. When she stopped to look at her landmarks, Ivy's eyes, and then Cameron's, she suddenly saw the change in direction that she needed to take. She quit both jobs. She decided to take a year off of work, live off her savings, and be a full-time mom to her newborn daughter and now 4-year-old son. Once she stopped to focus on her landmarks, the children themselves, their day-to-day, hour-to-hour need for her, She saw exactly where she needed to go. Today, my sister has a job that pays her more than both of her previous 2 jobs combined. And better yet, she has the flexibility to do things like go with Ivy on a much-needed mother-daughter vacation to Boston and dress up like the Easter Bunny and hide Easter eggs around Cameron's school. And best of all, my little sister continues to look towards what and who is most important to her, her little landmarks. We all get lost, like I was lost in Cologne, Germany, like my sister was lost on her way to becoming the best mom possible, like you get lost. Are you getting to where you want to go, or are you out wandering around, following the directions of someone else who's guiding you by their landmarks, and you find yourself getting farther and farther from your intended destination? Whether you look up to the heights of your dreams or down into the eyes of those who you care for the most, knowing the exact right way to get there isn't what's important. What's important is that you keep your landmark in sight. It's okay to get lost. Just don't stay lost. Look up, locate your landmark, and go! Mr. Toastmaster.